Hello and Satnam. Welcome to Opal Rose Oracle. Sorry, I had an alarm on. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Opal Rose Oracle, and welcome to today's reading for the next few days for the collective. I got Brady here with me today. He's my puppy. I love him so much. So I'm really happy to have him with us today. Get my sage going. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all are healthy. I hope your families are staying safe and enjoying, hopefully, some beautiful weather wherever you are. It's a nice sunny day here in the Midwest. Get a little more fire on. It's okay, Bray Bray. It's okay. Some sage for me, some sage for you. Cleansing and clearing the space. So we're going to do a reading for the collective for this Gemini or Cancer into Leo moon transit. But also we have a full moon coming up on Tuesday, the super full moon in Libra, the pink moon, which I am super excited about being a Libra myself. I'm like, ooh, universe. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to be illuminated. So, without further ado, let's tune in and call on our angels and archangels and guardian angels and all the beings who are here to love and support us and give us messages. I call in the angels, archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides, goddesses and gods, and ancestors, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, healing, truth, and destiny, that love and support us unconditionally. Be with us and give us clear and concise messages for the collective, for their highest good and the good of all. Beautiful, beautiful. I love Bray Bray. I love my dog. I love my dog so much. I think we're going to do a little different. Instead of starting with the fairies, I think we're going to start with the goddesses, and then we'll clarify with the fairies. Oh, fun. So 2 cards wanted to pop out right away. We have Sacrifice, Kuan Yin, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's a beautiful, beautiful card that speaks to sacrifice, like the sacrifice of the mother giving birth to a child. You know, that baby's in there for 9 months, and then all of a sudden, the baby is born, and there is a releasing of that the mother goes through. And like many times in our lives, we may have things that are near and dear to us that the universe, or not even near and dear, so maybe something that we invested a lot of energy in, a lot of time, a lot of effort. And then the universe is like, well, I have something better for you, but you're going to have to let something go. And the Ace of Pentacles could be a new job, a gift, some monetary prosperity, something. It's a beginning. It's a beginning of abundance. And it is a gift from the universe. But sometimes Sometimes in order to receive the gift, we have to sacrifice something. Something has to give. Whoa, okay, so beautiful. We have strength. And we have Isis, magic. So this new job, this new opportunity, this new investment, this gift may require us to really delve into our strengths, especially if we're being called to let something go. There's an element of trust to strength, knowing that if we stay strong, if we persevere, we break on through to the other side, and that's where magic happens. It's like getting off training wheels, you have your training wheels on, and it's like, well, eventually you're gonna have to sacrifice the training wheels. And when you sacrifice the training wheels, there's courage that is needed to trust that you have the talent and the support and the education and all the tools you need to push forward into, the realm of being on two wheels, and that if you ever learned to ride a bike for a little kid, that's a big day. So there is amount of prosperity. There's a lot of magic in the air, but we are called to be strong right now. Strong amongst the storms, and they could be the storms within the self, like what's going on internally. It could be what's going on externally with our globe at large, or if you're living in the United States, everything that's going on here in the States, be it the coronavirus or our government or martial law. There's a lot of strength that right now in these times we're harnessing so that we can create magic in our lives, create the world we want to see, create the future we want to see, and just individually how we want to move forward in our truth, in our joy, in our prosperity, because it may take some strength, it may take some courage, it may take a sacrifice, but there's a gift coming in. Oh, that's quite a few cards. Let's see. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Fertility in a reverse. These? Oh, okay. They're not actually in reverse. So, we have the Ace of Cups. Would you take a look at that? A new emotional offer. So we have two aces on the board. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This could be a love offer. It could be intuitive insight. It could be a new emotion. But this is the Holy Grail, the chalice, the cup of overflow. So there's some emotional fulfillment. It may have to do with love. It may have to do that it's spring. This is the card of fertility. And fertility speaks to how this gift is going to grow. There's a lot of hope for it. There's a lot of potentiality. Like the seed is nothing but potential. And it sits until we plant it. And we plant it in the earth and we water it and we allow it to grow. And it takes strength to bust out of the seed and start laying roots in and start pushing through the dirt. A plant doesn't just grow up. It grows both ways. So I'm feeling that this new emotional offer, this gift, that's going to lead to magic that may require strength and sacrifice, it is going to be abundant. There's a fertility to it, the promise of new life, the promise of abundance and harvest. We have the Eight of Staves, fire energy. So messages coming in. These could be emails, messenger, text messages, phone calls. The messages coming in, and maybe from an earth sign, maybe from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is a stable king, a grounded king. A king who knows how to nurture his lands and yield a bountiful harvest. And after the King of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. It's abundance growing. So you may be dealing with the earth sign, or it may be calling us to really embody that grounded, kingly energy who nurtures the land, nurtures the projects around him, takes action, follows the steps of creation, the creative habit, the creative journey. And that groundedness, that sense of authority, and by authority I mean self-authority, authority over self, authority over what we invest in emotionally and materially. And that by adopting this kingly energy, this King of Pentacles energy, this grounded energy, we have promise of financial, material fruit and abundance growing, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I love to see this for this coming weekend. Any other messages for the collective? Daddy must be home. Bye, Dad.
Toilet paper exactly where I thought I'd find it.
Brady's probably going to come visit you.
What?
Brady's down here with me. He's going to come see you.
Really?
Yeah, I just walked him down the stairs. He got to take his time. Yeah, he doesn't like coming up. He takes his time. Sorry. My puppy has hip dysplasia, so it's a very gentle process of walking him down the stairs and up the stairs. I love him so much. He's about to have his 5th birthday. He's probably the sweetest dog in the world. But back to the cards, back to the reading. We had transformation pop out with the 7 of Swords. And what I'm getting from this pair is that less of not so much a sneaky energy, like deceit, but more just a more behind the scenes energy that, there's a lot of transformation going on with us and our communities that is very behind the scenes, behind closed doors, things that we're working on, projects, that, we may have just taken on in this hermit energy and have just allowed like these transformations that we're going through very personally to be kind of outside the eyes of the general public, the peanut gallery. There's a lot going on with it. And I'm getting a very, very transformations going on from within energy. Then not everyone's sharing the deep and profound transformations that they're going through as well. A lot of us have been in quarantine for a couple weeks now, and it's amazing what you can do within this space of just kind of being in hermit mode and going within and not really sharing everything that's kind of going on with here. Not sharing every little bit of insight, allowing some mystery to be maintained with our internal transformation processes. So I love this. I love this spread. Granted, there can always be a little tension when we're asked to sacrifice something. But the sacrifice is going to be overshadowed by the gift. And that's really what I'm getting from this spread. It's like, yes, it may take some strength. Yes, it is calling us to use all of our magical faculties. But there is an emotional renewal to all of this. There is growth and abundance to this process, to this inner transformation energy. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful and powerful. I'm going to hop over to the fairies and see what messages from the fairies we have. Two of Pentacles. Okay. So this Two of Pentacles is either asking us to make a decision on what we want to focus on because we're juggling. We're either like, she's looking at everything she has in her hands and she's like, I have these acorns, I have these berries. I don't even know if I can fit it all in my basket. My basket's already full. So something's got to give. And that's the main energy that this Two of Pentacles is really speaking to, that sacrifice card in Kuan Yin, where we're being asked to let something go, lighten our loads a little more, get clarity on what we want to focus on, what we want to focus our energy, our fertility, our efforts towards. It can also speak to flow and balance, but I'm really getting the something's got to give energy from this. Six of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, moving forward to calmer waters. Something's got to give. And with all of our inner transformations going on, many of us are looking to move to calmer waters, to a more peaceful state, whether it's internally or externally, or even both. There's a sense of moving on and moving forward to a place of peace. Sorry, there's the castle in the background that I'm trying to allow you to see. It's right there. Excuse the paint on my hands. I paint. We're moving on to calmer waters, making the decision to move on to calmer waters. Making a decision to go where you're supported. Beautiful. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is, having everything you need. Materially, the harvest is in. The Eaton's is good. I'm just focusing on the little mouse with the berry in its mouth. It's so good. It's so good. Ten of Pentacles is so good. But we worked hard for that. We worked hard for this Ten of Pentacles. We laid the seed. We tilled the soil. We got through time and effort. And this Ten of Pentacles came out with the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, Air Sign Nation, shout out to all of you air signs out there, myself included. I definitely claim this. Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. But she's also a discerning queen. She's a very discerning queen. I love her heart because it's a string instrument, and the reverberations of the strings of the harp is what creates the sound, the music that wafts through the air and into our ears. So she tests the vibration, I'm almost getting this tuning fork discernment energy, where she's testing the vibration of how she wants to move forward towards her Ten of Pentacles. And forgive my chic, this could be anyone, however you identify, masculine, feminine, neutral. But she's discerning her way forward. She's this queen. Is after a Ten of Pentacles, and it's after some strife. Five of Swords is conflict. Maybe some arguments, maybe not seeing eye to eye with someone. We're moving on from conflict. We're moving on from choppy waters. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. There must be a fool coming into my life. Have you ever heard that? Itchy nose, kiss a fool. Itchy palm, get some money. My grandma taught me that. When I was itty bitty. I never forget it, so I'm like, who's the fool? Who's the fool? Maybe it's just me. New beginnings, absolutely. But we're moving away from this conflict. They're in the thick of it. They're in the thicket. I wonder if that's where we get that phrase, in the thick of it, in the thicket. The brambles and the thorns. I don't know, I'll have to look into that phrase. We have a lot of interesting phrases in the English language. But this is kind of trying to work through it and just being I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to move forward towards peace. I'm going to move forward towards prosperity. I'm going to use my discernment. I'm going to be receptive to the universe, because queens I like to think of them as the yin energy, the receptive energy. And so we have this receiving messages as well as we're discerning. We're receiving these insights and clarifications that are going to allow us to turn that Nine of Pentacles into a 10. it may require some sacrifice on our part. I mean, the cards are saying something's got to give. And maybe arguments have to give. Maybe it's the end of just that frustrations. We have a few cards pop up. We have Temperance, Saggies in the house. Speaking of patience, patience. And with this Temperance energy, you see your beautiful butterfly wings. As we're looking forward, as we're discerning, we're being patient, we know we're heading towards victory. 6 of Wands. We did it. We are in the trajectory of victory. Look at that little baby dragon. I love baby dragons. I had a dream with baby dragon and I was a little gifted. This little boy came up to me and he's like, here, this is for you. And I'm like, baby dragon? Okay. And so I was gifted this little baby dragon. And the funny thing about this baby dragon is it loved to be cuddled. It loved to be snuggled. In fact, it loved to be snuggled so much that it would piss itself. Like you laugh so much, you go potty. It was like being snuggled and being tickled. It was like, I love being loved so much. It was like a puppy. It was hilarious. I was gifted a puppy dragon energy. But we got victory. We do. We're heading towards victory. So we are patiently moving forward towards victory, using our strength, pushing forward, allowing the shifts and contractions to enter. And I love that the Queen of Pentacles came out with it because this is nurturing. I'm getting self-care, nurturing ourselves, our bodies, our minds, and our souls during this process. Getting plenty of sleep at night, eating healthy foods, drinking our warm water in the morning. Warm lemon water breaks up the yucky stuff in your throat. And it boosts your metabolism. That being said, as we're patiently moving forward, we are nurturing ourselves, we are nurturing the seeds, we are giving life and energy to our dreams. And there's movement. It may be slow movement forward, but this is, the Knight of Pentacles. So we're moving forward step by step by step. There's a organization, there's a methodology. I really hope I said that better this time. There is a sequential way that we are moving forward, like we're investing. We're going to do first, we're going to, put on our socks, and then we're going to put on our shoes, and then we're going to tie them, and then we're going to go for a walk, and then we're going to drink our water, and then we're going to find that perfect spot, and then we're going to sit down, and then we're going to meditate, and I don't know. That's my example. But it's a process. It's a process of getting ready. It's a process of getting to where you want to go. It is a process of doing the thing that you want to do. It's the process of getting to the other side of the project. It takes all these steps. And the Knight of Pentacles knows that. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. But he gets there. He gets there and he gets there successfully. It's like the tale of the tortoise and the hare. The hare is like, I can do it. I'm just going to run as fast as I can. And then I'm just not, I can take a break. And the tortoise is just like, well, I'll see you in a bit. He shrugs. Like the little engine that could, he just keeps trucking along. And eventually he comes upon the sleeping rabbit and he's like, whoa, cool. See you at the finish line, maybe. Yes. And he keeps chugging along. Tortoise makes it to the finish line, wins, and the hare wakes up and is like, wait, the race is over? It's over? It's over? So there's a pacing ourselves too. Knowing that we are in a process right now, individually and as a collective. This isn't going to be over tomorrow. I wish I could say that it'd even be over with this full moon, but not necessarily, So there's a lot of things within us that we're just kind of taking day by day. And anything we can do to move forward steadily, in hope, in determination, in our foresight, we honor the now. And we're like, this will change. This is not forever. And we can still move forward. And we're finding new and creative ways to do so. And it is taking courage, and I commend all of you who are out there fighting for your dreams, even though the world's at a standstill. I love the fact that there's auditions going on right now. And they're videotapes. Like, I think I saw an audition for Billy Elliot, the musical, and you tape your audition, you send it in. That's what they do in Hollywood. You want to get cast for something, you create a little video with the script and you act it out, and then you send it to them, and then they get back to you, or they don't, But there's an innovativeness with how we're moving forward and being like, no, we're still going to bring art to the table. We're still going to bring our dreams to the table. We're still going to move forward in our soul's path and what our soul desires. It's just going to take patience. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take little steps every day to scale that mountain and reach the top. And we are. It's guaranteed success. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. We have this fertility energy and magic. So we are supported. And that being said, I'm actually going to jump into our animals and see what our animal spirits, our animal guides have for us during this time. Beautiful. We have Koi Spirit 36, which is a 9. There is always enough. There's always enough time. There's always enough resources. There is always enough money. There is always enough students. There is always enough platform space. There's room for everyone. There's enough for everyone. And I like that we have this watery energy and this earth energy coming out, because it came out with the horse spirit. Freedom is yours, 33. 6. So you put them together, you have 333 and 6. And I'm getting an emotional freedom from this card. Like, when we really ground ourselves and realize that there is enough for everyone. There's enough food. There's enough water. There's enough resources. There is a release, a release with the freedom, like a deep sigh. Like, oh, I don't have to worry about that anymore. My needs are met. When you're grounded in the fact that the universe will always come through for you, and you affirm that in your life, and it's like, I affirm that my abundance comes from source. that source, the universe, is the channel for my abundance and the abundance in my life, be it food, opportunities. It doesn't come from like maybe the job we used to have. It doesn't come even from the government. It comes from the universe, and the individuals the universe chooses to work through. And with that, knowing that you are supported, that there is always enough, that we are surrounded by abundance, we have the sense of freedom. Like, I can go anywhere, I can do anything, I can take this leap of faith, and I'm going to be caught. I'm going to be like, I got my angels at my back, my front, and on my sides. There's a sense of freedom, the ability to move forward. Knowing that we're supported, we can break through that barrier, we can push on through, break on through to the other side, and really claim our freedom. Beautiful. We have Panther Spirit. Reclaim your power. Card number 44, number 8. Reclaim your power from people, from places, from things, from this situation as a whole, that we're going through as a collective. There is I am strong within me. My soul signed up to be here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be alive. My soul signed up to be here. And since my soul signed up to be here, I know that I'm supported by the divine. I know I have everything I need. I'm taking my power back from that old relationship. I'm taking my power back from that job. I'm taking my power back from the government. I'm taking my power back from this virus, whatever it is. The reclamation of all the little pieces of ourselves is so important on the spiritual journey, especially when we're moving towards freedom. True freedom happens when we reclaim our power, when we can stand in our sovereignty and be like, I am enough. I was created enough. No matter what's happened to me, no matter what I've been through, no matter what I've survived, I am enough. No matter what my first grade teacher told me, no matter what my uncle told me, no matter what this, that, and the other thing. I've hurt people. I reclaim my power. I forgive you. I hope you heal. I reclaim my power. There's so many ways to do that, but it is one of the very powerful and dynamic ways that we reclaim our freedom. When we start stripping away and shedding the skins, not even skins, shedding the boxes that have been put on us. Because people do. They will try to, especially when we're young and we're vulnerable and we are just like, trust everything we hear and we're like, oh, that's me? Really? Ouch, I didn't know that, I guess. Ugh. It's like, no, honey, you weren't born with this. This ain't you. Throw it out. Reclaim your power, throw it out. Don't own anything that was ever put on you. You're created perfect. You are enough. And even in this process of reclaiming our power, sometimes it's like your first dance recital. And you gotta act as if. Chameleon spirit. Chameleon spirit 5, changes. There's a lot of changes going on. So sometimes we're like, okay, this is my first show. If I slip and fall, I got to make it look like it's a part of the dance. They can't know that on the inside, I'm a little nervous. No, we just keep going. We act as if we claim the blessings that the universe has in store for us, even if they haven't made themselves manifest in the 3D yet. So it's like, I am worthy of symbiotic love and interdependent relationships, equal give and take in win-win situations. And we may be in the process of freeing ourselves. We may be in the process of reclaiming our power. And so there's a lot of healing work going on the inside. There's a lot of just being like, putting on that I got it, I got this face, and reminding ourselves continuously, like, I got this. I'm affirming that I am strong, that I am enough, that my dreams are valuable, that I am here to share, that I'm here to do whatever the universe has in store for us individually. There's a faking it till you make it. And it's like, that is tied to trusting yourself, that you have been prepared for this. You know, you have been working on this. And even though you're a little shaky, just deep breaths and affirm, we got this. And as we do this, you know, the universe is asking us to sing our own song. Canary spirit, I love this. 12. 3, creativity. Sing your own song. Be yourself. We're needed. Each and every single one of us is needed. Like I said earlier, if we weren't supposed to be here in this time, space, dimension, reality, dealing with this, we wouldn't be. We wouldn't. We would have passed on already, or we'd come around the block 100 years from now. But we're in this time, space, dimension together collectively because we're needed. And we're here to share our light, to sing our own songs, to share what makes us unique and powerful and creative beings. So I really, really love and support all of you in singing your own song and shining your own light and doing things your own way. You know, with Saturn moving into Aquarius, there's this rebel energy that's coming into play now. And it's exciting because Saturn in Capricorn was rules and the patriarchy and restrictions and bureaucracy and red tape and forms and it was dense. It was Earth. It was dense. And Saturn was at home. He's at home in Capricorn. That being said, now it's in Aquarius, air energy. And actually, Saturn was the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So there is still a lot of Saturn being very comfortable in this energy as well. But it frees up. There's a rebellious quality to Aquarius that I love and appreciate. It's my north node. My mom's an Aquarius. It's pretty. Love all you Aquarians out there. But there's a rebel energy. There's that I'm going to shine my light. Like, I'm going to be my hero. I'm going to be my dream come true. I'm going to take the steps. I'm going to put the work and effort in. I'm going to reclaim my power. I'm going to free myself. The universe got my back. There's always enough. There is always enough. Oh. a skunk. He's so cute. I love him. I really do. I don't know why it almost makes me tear up, but this skunk spirit, know your worth. Know how valuable you are. Know how priceless and irreplaceable you are, because you are. Especially if you're feeling lonely, if you're not feeling adequate or good enough, burn that. Burn that idea that you are enough. You are worthy. You are capable. You are powerful. I will affirm it all day long. Know your worth. Know what you deserve. And don't settle for anything less. You are worth everything. You're worthy of your dreams coming true. You're a pretty flower. For all the Bambi fans out there, honestly, that movie made me cry. It's a really hard one to watch, man. His mom dies and then he's all alone. I will legitimately make myself cry, so I'm gonna try to come out of that for a moment. Thank you for being with me. But know your worth. Know how precious you are. And if you don't, I'm here to affirm it. You are precious. You are irreplaceable. You are important. Your gifts, your medicine is needed in the world, and I'm grateful you're here. Maybe I'm gonna cry this week. Apparently someone needed to hear that today. If someone hasn't told you recently, you are loved. You are worthy. And you are so capable. And that being said, I'm gonna move over to the angels. Try not to cry anymore in this video. I love you all. Angels, what do you have for the collective? Starseed. Shout out to all my starseeds out there. Ah. And all the indigo children and crystal children. What lights you up? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? What fulfills you? What satisfies you and satiates you? Do that. Cultivate that. Put your time and energy into that. Into what lights you up. Because your light is needed. Minnetonkan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. There is a loneliness that we're going through right now. Many of us. Missing our tribe, missing our friends, missing our families. And longing for them. Our hearts and souls calling for them. For that feeling of belonging. That feeling of being with the people who see you, the original light workers, the people who are like, oh, glad you signed on to this too. Those people that you just meet and somehow you know. Like, I don't know how I know you. And I honor that longing. No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. there is a lot of waiting energy. It's like the entire world's in a giant pause right now. And, you know, there's always saying no to what no longer serves you, but there's this getting more of a watch and wait sort of energy, more in the realm of pause. Not right now. Let's see. Oh, that is too many cards. I will take the one that flew this way, but what literally landed on top of the no, wait, postpone, pause was align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? No, that makes sense. You know, whether it's self-defeating thoughts, people, places, and things that no longer uplift you, that no longer satisfy you, that no longer resonate with who you are. You know, if we're going through all these inner transformations, and we're evolving and we're growing and we're going through these divine upgrades, as we upgrade, we're going to be shedding things. There are going to be things that maybe once were in alignment with us that are no longer in alignment anymore because we've been doing the work. So there's, you know, that Queen of Swords deciphering energy, like what's Queen of Swords into Queen of Pentacles. It's like using our discernment to see what's nurturing, what's going to really feed us, what aligns with us, what is going to help us move forward. And sometimes we have to say no to ourselves. Maybe there's a group of people that you no longer resonate with. Maybe they're just no longer in alignment with who you are. That's okay. The universe is here to support you and put you right into circles where you do feel like you belong. And our advice, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I love this card. It's so beautiful. And many of us are, especially if you're watching this channel, are empaths, intuitives, starseeds, light workers, shadow workers, people within the collective that are here to help elevate and create the change and be the change we wish to see in this current now. It's important for us as we're feeling everything going on around us. It is important for us to be grounded, to get outside, sit under a tree, go for a walk, go if you have a lake or a river nearby, if you're lucky enough to have a beach. But to just connect with the elementals, you know, connect with the earth spirits, the air spirits, the water spirits, and the fire spirits. You know, they're out there and they're always there helping things grow. It's just a lot of times we're too busy for them. But now in this, you know, global kind of pause, it's giving us the opportunity to get grounded and to really connect with those elemental realms, to connect with nature and the medicine that Gaia is trying to give back to us. You know, as we're all doing this inner work, those who are here to give are here to be fed. And connecting with nature feeds us. It feeds our minds. It feeds our souls. And it most definitely feeds our bodies. Nurtures them. So, I'm going to get grounded. Connect with Gaia. Connect with the elementals. I'm going to see what the unicorns have to say For us, any advice? We had 3 pop out. Freedom, another freedom confirmation. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom, claim your independence. I love seeing this reaffirmed for us. Freedom is ours. Friendships, seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. Seek out your friends, like the people you know who have your back. And those are the people who have seen you transform and change and who still love you and still see you no matter what you call yourself, or if you went through a gender switch or anything, like massive transformations that are possible now. And there are some people you go through a change and they're like, we can't be friends with you no more. You're not who you were before you upgraded, and we don't like that. And those aren't the people you want to hold on to. Those aren't the people that are there for your highest good anyway. But we know the people who love us, who see us, and who are with us through transformation. Seek out their support. Seek out your soul family. I really did feel the connection between this longing for the original light workers and the need to connect with friends, whether it's over the internet, giving them a call, writing them a letter, or if you have the chance to maybe see 1 or 2 people in person. That's my conscientiousness kind of coming in. But, see a couple people, connect with your friends. Awareness. Live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. If you're anything like me, you're always looking for signs. Actually, probably take everything as a sign. Everything speaks. It does. And when you're of that frame of mind, awareness is something that you're actively tapping into every day. You're working on increasing your awareness. You're perceiving people, places, things around you, using your discernment. But as we're here in the now, as we're getting grounded, and even maybe as we're out for our walks, connecting with nature, the universe is going to give us signs, synchronicities, impulses that are for our highest good and that will move us forward well. I'm going to one in. Beautiful. Spin the silken thread divine. Any other closing messages for the collective? Okay, we have 2 cards. Oh, beautiful. Yay. I'm excited. I'm excited for all of us. So, we have card 30, which I think of as 3 magnified by 0. So, zeros magnify the intense, the energy of the number that came before it. So 3 is a creative energy. Creative energy is magnified right now. And I'm going to open the book in a moment and read through them. Then we have 11, the gateway. Enter the Jade Temple. The Yin Empress, 40. 4 magnified by 0, foundations, going within, receptivity, magnified. And then Orchid Priestess of Destiny, 21, which is also a 3, that creative energy. So there's a lot of 3 and 4 energies like going on. So I do highly recommend looking up the numerology, the angel numbers, so you can kind of see how these numbers are speaking to you in your situation. And I'm going to get a little sip of, well, this is my watermelon rose kombucha. It's really good. If you like watermelon and rose, I happen to love both. Okay. Spin the silken thread divine. In creating precious silks, there is a sorting process, sifting out that which is broken to find that which is precious and pure. You are commencing a new cycle, beloved, and it is time to allow for that which is more precious and pure, that which you wish to take with you into the future, to continue and to release that which does not align with your true heart. And that speaks to the sacrifice. I'm actually really excited to get this confirmation for us. Sometimes we need to help ourselves access the new cycle by releasing vows from this or other lifetimes, releasing old emotional patterns, and calling in wisdom and talents from past lifetimes. You are guided to accept this healing now. And I really love this, and I'm going to read more, but before I forget, it is very simple. If you've ever read the 4 Agreements, I highly recommend it, because it talks about rewriting agreements that no longer serve. And sometimes from our past lives and our past incarnations, we have the residual. And once we learn the lessons, that agreement doesn't serve anymore. So we can literally just sit with ourselves and be like, I choose to create a new agreement. The universe is going to respond to me in this way, this way, and this way, rather than in the old way. Maybe every time you ended a relationship, you'd hurt yourself somehow. Not intentionally, but like you'd fall and like twist your ankle, or you'd get into a fender bender. Some like a weird agreement like that. You're like, why does this happen? Like, this agreement does not serve me. Like, I left the relationship. I'm learning the lessons. I'm healing. I don't need this weird like attack after. So we go into a space and we say, I make a new agreement where when I leave a relationship, no matter what kind, I transition into the healing process with ease and grace. I am able to let go easily, and I make the agreement that I am safe as I make these choices for myself moving forward. And I consciously end the old agreement. There's many, many ways to do it. It's helpful though. It's extremely helpful. Your past is calling to you. It's calling to be cleared, to be released, and for the beauty and power of the past to be claimed in the present moment, woven together like a precious, rare silk. All the experiences, mistakes, adventures, and successes of your past in this and other lifetimes have given your soul plenty of material from which to draw its wisdom, like fine silken threads being woven into a beautiful fabric. It has grown in awareness, light, capacity, and love in order to be where it is now. You are being guided by Kuan Yin now to realize that your past is nothing to be ashamed of. Even the worst mistakes that you may have judged yourself or others for have been opportunities to really grow in love. The precious silk could not be formed without the rough layers of the cocoon within which the pure thread is spun by the silkworm. So, too, have you been able to weave something truly beautiful within the experiences of your life, even those which you no longer need to carry with you as memories and scars. There comes a time to extract the pure thread and cast aside that which is unusable. You are at a point, beloved, where you must choose to empty out old emotional baggage and take forward with you the gifts, skills, wisdom, and talents you have developed throughout many lifetimes so that you may move forward into the new cycle that is calling you. Sometimes that can feel very unfamiliar and can cause us some anxiety as we do not have the old emotional or behavior patterns to hold on to as we go through life. Yet there is no need to be fearful of this process because as you release the old, a beautiful new patterning will emerge from within you. You will have new emotions, new ways of being available to you, born of your past experiences, but not limited to them. Kuan Yin, mistress of spinning the spiritual silk, is with you, and the process can be filled with peace, joy, and love. You will feel lighter for this process and more able to be your divine self in all parts of your life. Prayer to spin the silken thread divine. I now choose to release all vows, agreements, veils, and cords that are not based in unconditional love and no longer serve my highest good. Through the divine mercy, compassion, and power of Kuan Yin and my own free will, I let this go. I now call upon my past life and current life mastery, according to my own free will, and through the unconditional love and divine mercy of Kuan Yin, this is so. I choose to spin the silken thread divine, my own soul light, into my life now. Om Mani Padme Hum. Enter the Jade Temple. Kuan Yin in her temple of peaceful jade causes all conflict to elevate to higher peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. In fact, you are being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now, so that you can more readily receive the divine solution and blessings of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin when it arrives. There are moments on the path where conflict arises and struggles emerge. These conflicts may be within us or appear to be external relationships or situations. This can be part of the experience of life on the physical plane that actually helps us raise our vibration, to find unity, and yet still honor our individuality. There is a spiritual light within, a light of peace that can be brought to bear on any situation or struggle, an energy of peace that can transform even the deepest conflict through blessings of the divine goddess, priestess of the Jade Temple, Kuan Yin. Peace does not mean avoiding conflict or pretending that the struggle doesn't exist. Peace is the light that flows when we are able to step above the illusions of separation, competition, or conflict. To seek out the consciousness where we are all one in divine love, and we are all serving the path of light in our own unique ways together. The energy of such a high level of genuine consciousness is transformative. It allows us to surrender judgment and to release any need to prove ourselves or our worth to another. Instead, it takes a mature soul to call in peace, because it is not a way to avoid conflict. It is a way to use conflict as a spiritual tool through which to grow and become bigger than the conflict, to make allowance for each being to choose their own way to grow and to call forth spiritual genius, to call forth the spiritual genius of the divine that is able to provide solutions that can bring peace to all. The divine goddess speaks to you now and says that your resolution is assured. Have faith, be prepared to surrender your viewpoint and receive a new one that will serve you and bring you to peace at a higher level of reality. It is no longer about right or wrong. It is now about stepping up into peace and resolution, more joy and more delight. You are capable of this, and you will enjoy the wonder of healing, the wonder of the healing process as you surrender into the Jade Temple, the place of peace over which Kuan Yin presides as priestess and guide. She bestows healing blessings on your life situation now. This oracle is confirmation that if you've been struggling, a time of respite and peace is on its way to you now. Prayer of the Jade Temple. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Mane Padme Hum. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. May all beings know deep peace and blessings of the beloved priestess of peace, Kuan Yin. May the heart of all conflict be resolved in the Jade Temple. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Mane Padme Hum, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. The Yin Empress, last and final message from Kuan Yin. The Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, and success to her beloved devotees. Your sole purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine. The Yin Empress herself, you gain power, assistance, and untold blessings in following your soul purpose. You are lifted and supported in your sacred work now. You are a spiritual leader and a pioneer, and part of what you are here to do for the planet on a soul level, whether you are a man or a woman, is to empower the divine feminine, the cosmic empress of yin, or divine feminine energy, so that we might live in a more balance. So we might live more balanced as a species on the earth. The divine feminine is only now making her resurgence on the planet, and many do not understand her. Your sacred task, for which you will be richly supported, nourished, and rewarded, is to help live her truths now. In doing so, you are planting seeds of awareness and experience for others to draw from when they too are ready to live in her sacred truths. This will explain why at times you feel you do not fit into the current culture. You are not meant to, and high five, fellow misfit right here. You are not meant to, we are not meant to. Because we are meant to help it grow and change. In the same way that beloved Kuan Yin had a rebellious and compassionate streak, it did not fit into the world in the way that it was because she was born to help it heal and ascend. So too does your soul yearn to make a real difference in the world, to help it be free of fear that leads to competition and domination and power struggles, and instead to live from a place of love and peace. The gifts of the Yin Empress are experienced through your feminine power, which is accessed through living your heart's truth, your genuine values, and your fierce gentleness. Femininity is not weak, nor is it aggressive. It is fierce compassion that refuses to descend to judgment, and if it does, rises again and again to compassion over and over and over. Men and women in touch with their feminine power are able to love, to have compassion, to be truthful, and to honor what really matters to them, whether it fits with contemporary culture, cultural values, or not. They realize that they are helping to create a new culture with wiser values. Living in this way not only feels better and more truthful, it also leads to a successful life with much creativity, positive contribution, personal empowerment, and satisfying relationships. Not to mention inspiration for others to draw from so that they may grow too. You are being asked to live into your feminine power now, to be true to who you are, and to not give in to social conditioning that tells you feminine power is not enough, that you must compromise your values, your beliefs, or your compassion to get ahead or come out on top. You do not have to live that way. You are being empowered to live from your heart and to realize that this is not only enough, it is a blessing for all. The Yin Empress thanks you for your loving devotion and service to her and shines blessings upon you now, beloved. Prayer to the Yin Empress. Divine Yin Empress, Mother of Compassion, Kuan Yin, Om Namaha, peace, grace, light, and feminine power, infuse your being within my heart now. May I be a vessel of the grace and healing of the divine feminine. May I live my soul truths on this planet. May fear and anger be softened with love. May I find the true nature of my spiritual power, and may I align with you, beloved, into eternal grace of divine love. My devotion to the Yin Empress and her wish for all beings to be spiritually free grows in my heart now. I receive your love and protection. Om Mani Padme Hum. And I think I said that was the last message, but April Fools, because we have the Orchid Priestess of Destiny. The Orchid Priestess of your highest spiritual destiny calls to you now, beloved. She calls you to your purpose, path, and soul passion. You are called to rise again and again, to live up into your potential with all its uniqueness and beauty. She will call you always with her sweet flute, playing deep in your heart, blossoms of orchid and chrysanthemum falling from her feet, stirring your heart to quest for your truest soul passion. You may have felt different to those around you at different times in your life. This is meant to be, beloved. You cannot be a pioneer of different consciousness on the planet if you feel completely comfortable in the consciousness that already exists around you. Do you know that this was chosen on purpose so you could be on purpose? Your soul chose to be of service by not fitting in so that it could remember through things not feeling right what it was meant to help correct and heal the consciousness on our planet, starting with the self. Once the self was able to correct and align the consciousness within so that it matched the love and peace that existed deep in the heart, it would be easier to help others do the same, even if just by inspiration. This is where the Orchid Priestess of Destiny, beloved Kuan Yin, in her devotion to your highest spiritual attainment, calls you forward now. Yes, beloved, your divine destiny is calling you. This means it is time to unplug from mass consciousness at a deeper level than ever before, to really let go of the beliefs and thought forms that do not serve your highest destiny, no matter how unchallengeable they may seem to be at first. It is time to realize anything inside of you that would hold you back from owning your spiritual power and moving ahead in your divine destiny. It is time to revise anything inside of you that would hold you back from owning your spiritual power and divine destiny. It is your own destiny that calls you forward to do this, beloved. Do not fear. It is just you waiting to meet you in all of your spiritual beauty and strength. Embrace the changes, and soon you will enjoy this spiritual reunion at a higher turn of the spiral of your own passionate life of spiritual purpose. The flute and blossoms of the Orchid Priestess help you in your purpose now. Prayer to the Orchid Priestess of Destiny. My destiny is in my own heart, and you guide me deeper within myself, beloved Orchid Priestess, so I cannot miss out on anything that is divinely ordained for me. It will always find me. At peace in my heart, I now receive that which is guiding me in unconditional love into fulfillment and expression of my own divine being. Om Mani Padme Hum. I love that. I think that's a beautiful message that she has for us. That we're here to be different, to sing our own song, to live our spiritual truths fearlessly, confidently, passionately. I hope you all got something beautiful and healing and deeply loving out of this reading. I hope it supported you and nurtured you, and I look forward to spending more time with you in the future. If you have any questions or have anything that you'd like to see on the channel, please leave a message, leave a comment, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thank you so much for spending time with me on this beautiful Thursday, Jupiter day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And if you so feel called, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, anyone that you believe would get something out of this message today. Till I see you again, Sat Nam, peace to you, love to you, and light to you, always. Love you all.